All right, so we're going to be solving some problems dealing with special quadrilaterals like rhombus, rectangles, and squares. So let's start with the first one here. We got a rhombus, right? And they're giving you that this angle is 61. We need to find out what is angle A, B, D, and C. Well, the first thing I gotta know over here basically is that if you guys remember, okay, first of all, we know that rhombuses have is a quadrilateral, so that means that we have two sets of parallel lines. So this line is parallel to this one, and this line is parallel to this one, or this. So if you guys remember, when you have top parallel lines and you have a transversal like this, right? We know the alternate interior angles are congruent. So if this is 61, this one is also 61. So that means if this is 61, A is also 61. So that will be 61 degrees. And why? Because alternate interior angles are congruent. So we got the first answer there already. Now, another thing that we know about rhombuses is that the diagonals bisect the angle, right? The opposite angle. So that means that this angle over here and this angle over here are the same, okay? So they bisect the angle. The same thing here. This angle over here and this angle over here is the same because they bisect each other. The diagonal bisect the angles, right? So A and B are the same. So B is also 61 degrees, okay? So this is because each diagonal bisects a pair of opposite angles. A pair of opposite angles. Now we need to find out what is actually C. That's pretty simple. We know C is 90 degrees because another property of rhombuses is like the diagonals are perpendicular. So in this case over here, this is 90 degrees, this is 90 degrees, this is 90 degrees, and this is 90 degrees. So that is 90 degrees. So that's 90 degrees. Okay? And that's because diagonals are perpendicular. And finally, we gotta find out what is D. So if you guys take a look at this triangle, okay, and let me draw it separately so we can see it. So let me draw it here. Right there. This is B, this is C, and this is D. We know the addition of all of the angles inside a triangle are up to 180 degrees. So angle D plus angle C plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees. We know angle B and C, but we don't know angle D. So D plus angle C is 90 degrees, plus angle B is 61 degrees, and that's equal to 180 degrees. If you solve this, your angle D is gonna be equal to 29 degrees. And that gives me the final answer for this problem. All right. Simple. So now let's take a look at rectangles. Okay, we got a rectangle over here. Rectangle QRST. All right. Well, one thing we know about properties of rectangles is that the diagonals are congruent to each other. It means that QS and TR are the same measurement. Also, they bisect each other. So this and this equal to this and that. So let's put it together. QS plus, actually QS is equal to RT. So QS is 5x minus 31. RT is 2x plus 11. It's given. Let me move it up a little bit so we can see it. Now we can solve the equation. So subtracting 2x from both sides of the equation, that should give you 3x. Adding 31 to both sides of the equation, that should give you 42. Dividing both sides by 3 should give you x equals to 14. That's the information that we need to get what is the value of QS, RT, QO, and TO. So QS. So we got this information. I'm gonna be using this. So let's find out what is QS. Well, QS is basically 5x minus 31. So that would be 5 times x, which is 14 minus 31. So if you do that, you simplify that, you should be getting 39. Right there, 39. RT is the same thing as QS, and that's 39. But let's check it, okay? It's 2 times x plus 11. So 2 times 14 plus 11. And guess what? That's going to be also equal to 39. So that's supposed to be equal to each other, right? QO, okay? Well, QO is basically, this is the same thing as that. So QO is half of QS. Because remember, the diagonals bisect each other. So QO is going to be 39 divided by 2. In this case, it's going to be 19.5. And TO is going to be the same thing, 39 divided by 2, which is 19.5. So basically 19.5, 19.5, 19.5, 19.5. So 19.5 plus 19.5 gives you 39. 19.5 plus 19.5 gives you also 39. And that's basically it. So make sure that you guys do the assignments and see you in the next video.